Deputy Minister of Defence and Military Veterans, Major General Bantu Holomisa, says he has noted the public concern and media reports regarding the legitimacy and the credibility of the National Dialogue. National Convention is set to begin its work tomorrow. Deputy Minister of Defence and Military Veterans, Bantu Holomisa, joins us now to discuss this further. General, a very good afternoon to you and thank you so much for your time. In the statement, you're calling for the doors of national dialogue to remain open, given that the convention is now, as we are seeing, overshadowed by the criticism, General, of a lack of independence, legitimacy and credibility. How do you balance the dialogue's independence with, Parliament and government's involvement, given these dynamics?
Well, first of all, we need to understand what were the circumstances which led to the establishment of this process of this dialogue. With all the socio-economic, political, and governance problems experienced since 1994, it is imperative that we identify solutions that work for all South Africans. So we are not apologetic about this convergence of South Africans to review the road map, the road we have traveled since 1994. Notwithstanding those who feel that there is no need for it. But there are issues which are urgent, which we need to address as a nation, because the truth must be told. We started well in 1994. There was a legitimate expectation on the part of South Africa that those who were given a power to run the country would deliver services. Unfortunately, the struggle and the agenda was hijacked by scrupulous politicians and as well as private sector, which now we are being seen on a daily basis by the world that we are becoming the most corrupt government or corrupt state. So we cannot say we don't deserve to discuss these issues.
Yeah.
The issue of crime, the issue of the economy, since 1994, there has never been any consensus on what kind of macroeconomic policy must we follow. And if you look, you compare what the Afrikaners were in 1948, they were poor like us, but their government made it a point that they are going to empower their people. Today, when you say the state must intervene in the economy, the same people who were empowered by the state then are inhibiting factors on those arguments. No, we cannot allow that. If they don't want to come, it's fine. Let them stay in their home, but the doors must never be closed.
That's what I'm going to use to introduce, because I'm trying to stay away from it.
All right, General, I think there's an interference. I'm not sure if it's coming from your end, but
No,
I want to
just from mine.
I just want to stay on that point that you've made in terms of your reference just before 1994. I mean, we know that you were known for taking those bold action against, injustice and corruption pre-democracy. What lessons from that era must this first national dialogue urgently adopt? I mean, if it's meant to change South Africa's course, just given how the importance of the role of the dialogue was significant in the past?
Firstly, what we should be expecting this coming weekend is not to discuss substantive issues, but we must draw up a program and draw up or agree about the terms of reference. And also that when there is sufficient consensus on what kind of economic policy, for example, making an example, or that there's consensus to amend a certain section in the legislation. Those things must be escalated directly to Parliament for ratification. then people will begin to take us serious. If we say the priorities of this country are lopsided, for instance, you look at the security cluster, which country can allow a situation where you don't fund your security cluster to make sure that the safety of people is guaranteed? So if the dialogue says let us prioritize as well the issue of security, the issue of poverty, the issue of education, but the question is how. This is the thing which the administration since 1994 have failed to answer, because their project or program was hijacked by these scrupulous people.
There's not much convincing that tangible outcomes will come here, General. What do you say then to those who say, how will this dialogue move beyond talk to enforceable commitments, that leaders can actually be held accountable for? I mean, you've seen the cost of corruption.
Well, maybe that's the reason why people are keen to converge under one roof, is precisely because of what you are saying. But let us hope that this time around we will not abandon the similar convention we had in 1994, because in 1993, you must also remember, we didn't finish the business. We panicked beyond comprehension when Chris Hani was assassinated, and we demanded to go and have elections without finishing the issues related to economy, the education, including the land issue. So let us hope that this time around we are going to have more time to look into these problems and find the solutions to them. Unfortunately, we are not going to get a manna from heaven. We can't wait for it. We have to pull ourselves and confront the problems head on.
Yeah. All right, General, thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. Deputy Minister of Defence and Military Veterans, there, Major General Bantu Holomisa, speaking there about the national dialogue.